Exploring English. Unraveling which in non-defining relative clauses. Hello, English learners. Welcome back to our series on intermediate English grammar. Today, we're going to delve into an interesting subject within non-defining relative clauses. When not to use which. While which is a handy tool to use in these types of clauses, there are certainly some restrictions and exceptions you need to be aware of. Let's dive in. First things first, let's briefly review what non-defining relative clauses are. These are clauses that provide additional information about something, but the information isn't essential to understanding what that something is. These clauses are often separated by commas in a sentence. For instance, my dog, which is a golden retriever, loves to play fetch. In this case, which is a golden retriever, is the non-defining relative clause. We could remove this clause and the sentence would still make sense. My dog loves to play fetch. Before we jump into the restrictions, let's look at the standard use of which in these clauses. Which is used to refer to things, not people. For example, the car, which is red, belongs to my neighbor. Here, which is red, is the non-defining relative clause that adds extra detail about the car. Note that the clause is separated by commas from the rest of the sentence. Now, let's dive into the main topic. When not to use which in non-defining relative clauses. 1. Not for people. As mentioned before, which is not used to refer to people. We use who or whom for that. So, the sentence, my brother, which is a doctor, lives in Boston, is incorrect. It should be, my brother, who is a doctor, lives in Boston. 2. Not with that. You cannot use which to introduce a non-defining relative clause if the clause follows that. For example, I love the painting that, which I bought in Paris, hangs in my bedroom, is incorrect. The correct version is, I love the painting that hangs in my bedroom, which I bought in Paris. 3. Not in direct questions or indirect questions. Which is not used in non-defining relative clauses in direct or indirect questions. Instead, we use that or nothing at all. For example, the sentence, do you know the girl, which is wearing a blue dress, is incorrect. The correct form is, do you know the girl that is wearing a blue dress? Or, do you know the girl wearing a blue dress? 4. Not for general things. When we are talking about things in general, we use that and not which. For instance, the sentence, books, which are interesting, expand our horizons, is incorrect if we mean all books in general. The correct form is, books that are interesting expand our horizons. Remember, these rules help us maintain clarity and prevent confusion in our sentences. And that's a wrap for today's lesson on when not to use which in non-defining relative clauses. We hope this has been enlightening and will help you improve your written and spoken English. Remember, language is all about understanding and communication, so keep practicing these rules until they become second nature. Stay tuned for our next lesson, and until then, keep learning and keep exploring the beauty of English. Happy learning!